What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to our realistic rebuild of the Indianapolis Colts. Our first season was interesting, to say the least. We got Andrew Luck back about halfway through the year, despite the fact that the Colts in real life are not looking like that's going to happen. But anyway, interesting year. We closed all right, but as soon as we started simming, it really went downhill. So the draft and the off season rather went well. We had a really good draft despite not getting who we really wanted, but we did have a good draft, and we'll look at that in a second. But I do want to talk about all the other players. I said I was going to catch you all up on the players that I'm creating here. I do like to create kind of the most exciting prospects coming out just to kind of simulate what we might see in reality. So starting with the quarterbacks, there was actually some quarterbacks taken early in the first, and I've kind of criticized Madden's game for stupid drafting logic, I would say, but actually quarterbacks going early in this draft, really happy about that. So Sam Darnold to the 49ers. Obviously in real life it's looking like he might actually stay, but I do think if the 49ers end up with the number one pick, he might consider coming out. And then the Browns also in the top 10, going with Josh Rosen, another good quarterback this year. And the Falcons, a bit of a surprise in the first round, taking Josh Allen, taking a guy to develop behind the 33-year-old Matt Ryan. The Jaguars go with Lamar Jackson, a really exciting and good fit for this team who just wants to run the ball and play defense. I wouldn't be surprised if they end up playing pretty well now in our own division, and we're going to end up having to play against Lamar Jackson at some point. And then the Bills take Mason Rudolph out of Oklahoma State, so an interesting competition there in Buffalo, but a bunch of good quarterbacks. Still like Nathan Peterman, by the way. And then the last two quarterbacks in this class actually do go to the Vikings, who could realistically be looking at a quarterback in the mid-rounds here, which is where they take both Luke Falk and Baker Mayfield. Sam Bradford deteriorating here. As we move on to the running backs here, which this is probably the deepest running back class that I can remember, and it's top heavy as well, as Saquon Barkley is the best running back prospect I've ever seen, and I'm not afraid to say that he is the best college prospect in my lifetime, maybe ever. Super impressed with him. As you can see here, I give him a 90 overall. I really do think he's going to make that big of an impact coming right in. And then just a little side note, the Giants also signed Jimmy Garoppolo, so some exciting things for the Giants here. I do think the Saquon Barkley pick is a realistic option for the Giants, who could be looking at a top 5 or 6 pick this year. But then the Jets took Bo Scarborough, the Ravens getting Darius Geis, the Titans going with Nick Chubb, so a really crowded backfield there with Derrick Henry and DeMarco Murray still there. The Panthers took the running back out of Iowa that I really like, Akram Wadley. Could be this year's Kareem Hunt. So he goes there, and I don't know what happened to Christian McCaffrey here, to be honest. Don't know what team he ended up on, so they move on from him pretty early. It's kind of unfortunate to see. That's not going to happen. And then we, of course, took the running back out of Arizona State that I really like, who is Kalen Ballage, big power back. We'll run through my roster here in a second. There was a couple defensive players here that I made, just 2. So the Jets actually took an outside linebacker with the number 1 overall pick. So we turned him into the pass rusher out of LSU, Arden Key, who could be the first overall pick, depending on how this quarterback situation plays out. But a big need for the Jets, like that pick. And then by request here, the Browns corner that went the pick before us that we really wanted was in fact a total stud, and we make him Minkah Fitzpatrick out of Alabama. Now, CBS actually lists him as a free safety. That could just be kind of like Jalen Ramsey was listed as a safety coming out. Not entirely sure what position he's going to play at the next level, but the best D-back in this class. And this corner, I didn't touch his stats at all, so as you can see, that we did miss out on a total stud. The agility doesn't match the speed and acceleration, but it's not bad. He's 21 years old. He was actually 6'2", 180. So we did change his size to match Fitzpatrick, but too bad we missed out there. Let's run through my roster now, and I'm really happy with how this roster turned out. I really do think heading into next season, Colts fans should be pretty optimistic. They really are especially given the state of the AFC, where the Patriots and the Steelers are clear-cut 1 and 2, but they're both up there in age. The Colts are a few moves away from really being in contention, not just to make the playoffs, but to go to a Super Bowl, go to an AFC championship. They have Andrew Luck, why not? So running through our roster here, Andrew Luck, 94, was really fun to play with last year. We already showed you Kalen Ballage is going to be our starting running back. At receiver, we draft Deontay Mayer? I'm going to go with Mayer instead of Meyer. But 23 years old, only 5'9", but he is a superstar. He's going to be a ton of fun to use here. Him and T.Y. Hilton, both 5'9". They're going to be running all over the defense. And then we signed Ryan Grant to be our starting slot receiver. Some young guys making up the depth there. At tight end, this is going to be a position we're probably looking at. We just got Jack Doyle and a couple other white dudes here. The offensive line was already pretty good, but we do sign, or draft rather, Rashawn Conrath and another rookie, Najee McCann. So really good bruisers up front. We're going to have a really good offensive line this year, and we got depth with Denzel Good, and we did sign Matt Slauson. And then on the defense, up front, big signing of David Irving coming over from the Cowboys now. And he's going to be our starting defensive end, and he's going to be a really great fit in this 3-4 scheme we want to run, because the Cowboys use him as kind of a flex D lineman, so he's going to be a real nice fit there. We're starting Henry Anderson and Jonathan Hankins still. And then for our outside linebackers, pretty much the same group here. We did sign Andre Branch, but Jabal Sheard and a rookie that we drafted and are going to start, Glenn Gregory. Really good athlete, 21 years old. So hopefully we get production from him. If we don't, we'll probably go to one of these other guys. And then at middle linebacker, we really just went for the free agents. So we signed Ramik Wilson, fast middle linebacker. He's going to be our starter, our 3-down linebacker, and then Mark Barron as a good cover guy. And then at corner, we make a big signing getting Brent Grimes. He did get hurt, though, in the preseason, which is unfortunate. But when he's healthy, that's really going to help things out here, because Quincy Wilson is fine, but he's young and still probably not the ideal number 2 corner right now. When Grimes comes back, that will allow us to play Grimes as our number 2 corner in our base defense, and then in nickel packages, we'll probably move Grimes inside as our nickel corner and Quincy Wilson outside. But we'll see if Quincy Wilson can really just kind of take over now that he is going to get that opportunity thanks to the injury. Malik Hooker, the stud. Another reason why I say in real life the Colts going into next year could be not half bad, because Malik Hooker looks great, suffers the ACL injury though. That just sucks. To that combined with the new Luck injury, this Colts team is looking at next year already. And then this is our weakness here, is the strong safety. So we did sign this guy, undrafted rookie. He looks pretty good, but we are going to try TJ Green. He's a guy a lot of Colts fans have been kind of waiting to emerge here. Kind of a slot corner safety hybrid. We're going to try him as our box safety and see how that goes. So our team is just a 76. It's not great, but I know they definitely take your quarterback into account in terms of winning simulations and stuff. So I'm really hoping that when we do start simming, which is going to be pretty soon, I think I'm just going to play this first game and then maybe play the moment on a critical game down the stretch. But we're really going to try and move this along. As a realistic rebuild, playing every game doesn't really do much. We're really just trying to play the GM here and see if we can turn things around for this organization. So if we're playing every game, I mean, we've all played Madden franchise. We've all probably won countless Super Bowls. You can do it with anyone, but if you do it while you're simming, it means you're doing a good job as a GM. We got an exciting game week 1 here against the Raiders. Derek Carr, a lot of optimism on their end too going into this year. 2 of the game's elite young quarterbacks in this matchup. And wow, in the first game of the year, Tampa Bay and Philadelphia 52-45. Nice play by Ramik Wilson there. That's what we signed him for. Get some more speed at that linebacker position. All right, big 3rd down. Let's get off the field. We got Hooker and man coverage on Amari Cooper there. Oh, we lost the contain. That's not good. Big run by Carr. Geez, they are marching right through this defense right now. We need a stop here. All All right, that's a start. We got our new coach. Let Pagano go. It's some rando. I can't even think of his name right now. Level 1 created coach. Nice, good stop. All right, big third down here. I think I'm gonna drop a bunch of dudes into coverage here and hope David Irving can get after him a little bit in a 3-man pressure. Somebody. There we go. Who was it? Hankins. Gotta love dropping a bunch of dudes in coverage in the red zone. So that's a good stop. And now we can go down and play some offense. We're going to try and get this power run game established early. We got a big bruising running back, Kalen Ballage. Check this dude out of Arizona State if you haven't already. Caught my attention last year. Kind of a David Johnson-esque prospect. Not saying he's going to be David Johnson, but it worked out too because the guy we drafted was actually a superstar, so making him another good player definitely fell in line there. All right, that's a nice big-time throw there. All right, that run doesn't have anything there. There we go, exploit the man coverage. T.Y. Hilton off to a good start. We really didn't need to go receiver in the first round, but he was just the best player there. Well, maybe we can get Meyer involved here. How about on a little screen pass? Oh, get moving, Speedy. He's got 97 speed. He's like Tyreek Hill. Nice catch by the rookie. Probably should have Dion Lewis in there on third down, but I think it's because it was so short. They didn't go to the third down running back. Oh! Thought we were going to sneak it in there with T.Y. The backup tight end, Philip Supernaw, getting our first touchdown catch of the year. There's our first sack. Mark Barron. Looks kind of weird actually wearing a linebacker's number for once. All right, 3rd and 6. Let's get off the field here. We're going to try something short probably. Screen. Come on, Ramik. Get off of that. There we go. There's a big stop. Rookie returning the punt. Oh. All right, if this is a cover 2, we might be able to hit the rookie for a huge gain here. And it looks like it is, but the safety stayed over, so we're just going to have to do that, which is going to be just fine. Shake him off. Oh. Andrew Luck, man. That was a tough throw. About to get drilled just across his body. Can't wait till he comes back. He is so fun in real life. And I have him on 2 of my fantasy teams, so that would be even better. That was a bad sack. We just took a bad sack. See if, oh dang, we don't have Dion Lewis in there. Marlon Mack is our second string on this play. Sorry, Kalen Ballage can catch a little bit. All right, big third down, but we are not playing it conservative here. What a throw. Get your feet in. Oh, rookie. Come on, Rook. You guys see that throw? We got a undrafted rookie punter. So I actually want to do good with him. Do well. Oh, this could be a real nice one. Oh, it spun a lot. Oh well, inside the 20.